All right, YouTube. This is Detroit's HPTV coming to you out of Detroit. We're gonna check out Jeezy and doing his interview on Nia Long. When you look at the whole interview, it's a real long interview. Jeezy is coming off like he's trying to me too Jeannie Mai. You know what I mean? It's amazing how Jeezy is coming to Nia Long and coming back to the sisters and all of this after he went Asian, dated outside his race, and seen really what they think about black men and their culture. I mean, he got with Jeannie Mai and act as if she didn't say that she liked it, her dark meat on the side, but she preferred white guys. I mean, like, who would, what black man would marry her after she said that in front of the world that she prefers white men and likes her dark meat on the side? Now, Jeezy said he wasn't going to talk about the divorce or whatever. But he came out with his album, Never Gonna Forgive or Forget. Came out on his book with his book tour. It looks like he used Jeannie Mai to cross over. You know what I mean? And to get mainstream. Now that his rap career is over. But what's really funny is check out this interview with Nia Long. He comes off as if he's trying to me to her. Like he's really coming off like real unsnowman. Like, remember, Jeezy was the snowman and no snitching and all of this? That ain't the Jeezy we seeing today. Check out this video. And this for fair usage commentary along with the guidelines, copyrights 1976. Check out your boy Jeezy.
For me, it's risking a lot because, anybody that would have been in my position that would have been thinking for self. And I think it's success.
No way they would.
I think it's success when you accomplish what I accomplished. That's success.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But success is for yourself. Significance is what it's about others. And I'm in a significant space right now.
I don't know that I've ever had a conversation like this with any man.
Oh, wow.
So for you to say the words but still have this very masculine presence
right.
is kind of nice because it's like it goes against what I think women will be like, he's soft, I don't want, because there are women out there that don't want that,
1,000%.
which I don't understand that. I think you want the balance, right? I think women want leadership. They want to feel protected.
Do they want leadership?
Well, it depends on the woman.
Right, yes.
Depends on the woman, right?
Right.
And it depends on where you're leading me. Because if you're leading me someplace where I don't want to go, then no.
Right.
We're not doing that.
Right.
But if I trust you.
Where does the trust come into play?
Feel free to keep it together with Bamboo HR. Sign up for a free trial now.
Fellas, leave the wax strips, razors, and tweezers to the professionals.
Manscaped created the perfect tool specifically designed for each.
Well, you got to know each other. You got to be, you got
to know each other, you have to be transparent.
Absolutely.
Open book.
Are you able to forgive?
I started with myself, my mother.
Take off their demeanor. This is like the wackiest interview ever. It's long. It's like an hour long. So I went to this, like, get close to the end because it's like this drat all the way through. It's almost like Jeezy is acting, but it's bad acting because it's disingenuous, man. You married the Asian girl or whatever, and you didn't want to marry a sister, and you switching back over, you coming back with this real soft, gentler side at the same time, dropping an album. And this guy here is a trip. I mean, look at him, man. He's really like me tooing a woman. But at the same time, he's hitting on Nia Long. Wow.
How things happen. That's family. Those things should happen, but I don't know how you forgive somebody who had a malicious intent.
So in that moment, where you are trying to really work through your own trauma, is it safe to say that it's healthy to say that person is where they are, I need to leave them there and forgive them exactly where they are and still love them where they are?
Well, I could say this. I've been through some shit.
I'm not laughing. I'm just like, with the way you said that. No, I'm definitely laughing because of the way you said it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. This is why we can't open up.
Now I want you to watch this and pay attention. This is going to be the wackiest, lamest shit ever that you see a guy do. I mean, I ain't never been a Jeezy fan, no way, but check him out.
This is why I said say shit.
I'm laughing because of your face when you said it. I want to know what I know.
I've been through some shit. I've been through some shit with people I really love.
What's the worst thing someone's ever done to you?
I mean, left me and my lords after I took care of them the whole time. Like, crossing me out. I mean, try to line me up. Get me knocked off.
That's hardcore.
Took from me, stole from me, betrayed me.
But you gotta let all that go. Have you?
This is the thing I had to learn. And this is the part where it get a little tricky. Most time when people do something to hurt you, it's out of fear.
Of course.
Right. But I didn't understand that at first. I thought this was personal.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's because we Black people are raised that way. Like that's kind of part of our culture.
You're trying to hurt me, so I gotta
hurt you back or hurt you first.
There's that. Mm-hmm. And I think when I started to realize that it was out of fear, that softened the blow. Like, God damn, them niggas did me dirty, man. Like, just like I don't understand it.
That's good.
Right.
That you have that still in you, because to me, that's a part of who you are.
You gotta always keep teeth.
Yeah. You gotta always
keep teeth. Well, let me say this. The thing that I had to come to grips with is that no matter how dirty I feel like they've done me, they probably never thought about that another day in their life. It probably didn't even matter to them. It was business as usual. And the thing that I've been living with is the fact that every day, which has probably been for the last decade,
you think about it.
I think about it, and I'm the one that's being affected by it.
You're hurting.
I'm the one that's hurting.
So to me, that seems like the last thing that you need to reconcile.
Yeah, that's the last piece.
So we've talked about all of these things, all of these themes, all of these moments in your life, some moments in my own life, where you have made a conscious decision to move forward and to choose yourself.
Right.
But what we haven't talked about is your current marriage and your current situation. And I think it would be unfair to you to not address that in this space where we're being really open and honest. And it doesn't have to be the details of anything.
Right.
But if you've done all of this work and you've given yourself that grace and you've given yourself that space to grow and you've given yourself permission to love self, right? Then what happens when a man gets to the point where they're just like, okay, I'm filing for divorce?
Integrity intact. I could never say anything that would not honor somebody.
Absolutely.
But I can tell you that this has not been a easy journey. Right. I can tell you that I'm saddened. I can tell you that I'm disappointed. I can tell you that I'm uneasy. Right. But again, like, God has put me in a different path, and that path is going to entail for me to take care of myself and to love myself and to be in the best situation that I can thrive as someone who's been through all the things that I've been through.
I'm just going to interject right here. Man, don't he sound like an abused woman. I'm just going to focus on me now. I'm really trying to find out where I'm going and what kind of headspace I'm going to be in. Nigga, this is a gangster rapper. This is Jezzy. This is Snowman. Mr. No Snitching. Mr. I married An Asian girl. I mean, man, this is a gimmick. This is the wackest interview ever. Continue to listen to him. We way down here. I didn't mean to get. We way down. We finna start macking on Nia in a minute.
But what we haven't talked about is your current marriage and your current situation. And I think it would be unfair to you to not address that in this space where we're being really open and honest. And it doesn't have to be the details of anything.
Right.
But if you've done all of this work and you've given yourself that grace and you've given yourself that space to grow and you've given yourself permission to love self, right? Then what happens when a man gets to the point where they're just like, okay, I'm filing for divorce?
Integrity intact. I could never say anything that would not honor somebody.
Absolutely.
But I can tell you that this has not been a easy journey.
Right.
I can tell you that I'm saddened. I can tell you that I'm disappointed. I can tell you that I'm uneasy, right? But again, like, God has put me in a different path, and that path is going to entail for me to take care of myself and to love myself and to be in the best situation and I can thrive as someone who's been through all the things that I've been through.
It's kind of something you can't explain.
Yeah, you can't. The real thing is, like, I don't like to fail in anything.
Me either.
I
don't want to lose. I don't want to fail.
I don't want to fail, especially when I know what
you've poured in.
Right. And, as I sit across from you, like, I can only be responsible for myself.
True.
And I can only do what I can do, right? And
Right.
I can't expect someone else to do what I'm doing.
But did you go to therapy with her?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Right.
So you actually addressed it,
Right.
tried to work through it, tried to do the work, and it just was like not happening.
No.
The early Black Friday sale is here. Take 30% off everything at Zales.
Joe Bonamassa, performing live on Saturday, November 18th at the Fox Theater. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Well, then shit, you tried. Yeah. I don't know about for you, but for me, it is a switch.
Right.
And when that switch
is
goes
that what
off,
that was your switch?
Go on. Yeah.
Right.
But I had to realize for myself that anything that happened in the last, year and a half of my life, that shouldn't have nothing to do with me.
And that's my
That
point
didn't
of
have
case.
anything to do with me. I was not embarrassed.
Right.
The way that Black people stood up for me and the way that Black women were like, oh no, you don't do that to her. I was shocked because I didn't realize that what I had done or what I've done in my career had so much impact.
You didn't realize
No, not at all. And I'm not even being like funny.
You're America's sweetheart. Like, it's crazy.
Well, shit.
It's like, what the hell? You don't know that?
I don't regard myself in that way because it's always really about the work for me.
Well, I'm going to say this. I feel like I'm sitting across from you.
Yeah.
Which is why I wanted to have this conversation with you, because I want to personally tell you that you embody what.
Okay, y'all. Prepare yourself for the biggest load of shite that you ever heard a ninja spill in the public. He is so out of touch with social media. Both of them is out of touch with social media. She done been in Hollywood and he done been in the music industry. They don't realize that they food in the streets. The streets got to eat because Jezzy Khan and this new personality, ain't nobody buying it. It's whack. You know what I mean? Watch how he tried to get at Nia Long, as if Nia Long is his key back into the good graces of black women. Jeezy a trip. Check him out.
A well-minded, grown-ass black woman is supposed to be like, and we stand with you always. And the reason why I wanted to talk to you because you are my sister, and this is a safe space for me to say what I need to say. Because at times when we're at our lowest, our sisters.
Hold on. This ninja didn't say that he needed a safe space to get emotional, and this is the time he needed a sister. Why you just didn't marry one?
Just like you guys need your brothers. And that's why this conversation was so real, because I hope and I pray that this conversation can open up different conversations in our culture about being there for each other and not being at odds with each other, no matter what we've been through. And, I gotta give you your flowers. You've done an amazing job in maintaining your integrity throughout your.
I gotta say, and this for anybody that really watch YouTube, this is worse than when Dr. Umar started trying to max Sukihana. I think this is worse than that.
Your career, right? As a person, as a human being. And it meant the world to me to sit across from you and just to tell you my story. As a man, I just hope that women, our women, black women in particular, can see this.
Yeah.
And give us a safe space. Really, women all the way across the board, because we as men, like we're hurt to be vulnerable to tell your partner that, right now I'm in a bad, I'm in a bad.
Okay, this nigga now he need a safe space to be emotional and vulnerable. He need black women to rally behind him. What did Jeannie Mai really do to him? I mean, Jeannie Mai must have broke him down like an X-ray. Not the snowman. Say it ain't so. Gucci man, you was right about him.
Space. We going through it out here every day. You wouldn't even imagine, right? And there's no safe place for us to land. There's no safe place for us to have these conversations. We can't have it with our homies. We can't have it with our brothers and our partners, because it doesn't resonate.
Doesn't translate because they don't have life experience.
Right. And they don't have that empathy there, right? Yeah. They don't have that mothering, that nurturing thing, and this is like, for me, it's real, because when you buried as many people as I have, right, or seen people go to prison for long periods of time, or just seeing people fall to the wayside, they're all missing a certain element, and that element is to be able to have a safe space to process. Because when you're in pain and you're in odds, and I've been in pain most of my career, like I've been the angry black man for sure.
Really?
Yeah, because I was just mad at the world, because I'm like, why do I have to keep fighting these battles? Not that I'm not a fighter, right?
No, we all are. You don't want to have to fight through it. It should be a joyful experience.
And if you do, you want to be.
This ninja is hitting all angles on the Me Too. He sound like Oprah now in Color Purple. All my life I had to fight.
Be at least process with that with somebody who feels your pain and understands where you're coming from, and probably can give you some insight for what they think, but it's safe. And I feel like there's no safe spaces for us. And to answer your question, I'm gonna take your homework. I'm gonna go home.
Did I give you homework?
Yeah, because I hear where you're going with this. I'm gonna write my list of people that I should forgive.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm gonna forgive them, because my sister told me that it's okay to do so.
That's right.
I hope they don't think I'm soft, but I'm doing it.
You were not
sister said
soft.
I'm
No,
doing
you
so.
got to, because otherwise
know
we're
you
here.
soft.
I need to. Listen. I need to write.
Well, what we write out? Won't you write your list and I'll write mine?
Listen,
Right.
I want to see whose list is
Yeah,
longer,
that's right.
because I got some shit on my list.
Right.
I don't know about yours.
I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your energy. I want to thank you for your realness. And I hope you understand how many lives this is gonna affect and change, because I promise you, a lot of the anger and resentment and the dumb shit that men do is coming from a place of not being able to be seen or heard, right? We're demonized, and I can only imagine what it's like on the woman's side. But I hope that this will open up, just that dialogue of being able to talk to each other. And like you said, being on the same team rather than fighting each other, because I'm going through a real hard moment in my life. Like, I feel it's something that I would have, gave my life for it to work.
The last question that I have is, we have established that everything starts with love. But I don't think we can grow into that real deep love and acceptance that this whole conversation has been about without forgiveness. So what do you do when you know you have to forgive someone? For me, I'll tell you what I do.
Okay.
When I know that I have to forgive someone, when I'm in my bed quietly meditating, I literally send them love vibrations.
Right.
I literally send them, like, visualize the person's face.
So my wife got me this weird new kitchen knife as a Christmas gift. God, I love her. At first, I thought it looked like a...
And I send them love vibrations, because by me releasing love towards them, I no longer have to be connected to the negative feeling
Right.
of being hurt
Right.
and disappointed.
Right.
I have actually sliced that, chopped that down. You don't have access to me. There may never be another conversation, but energetically,
Right.
I know that I can send love to someone, and it actually helps my healing. Now, whether they receive it or not, I don't really care.
Right.
It's more for me.
Okay.
And sometimes we don't need an explanation from the other person as to why it's so important to forgive. But I promise you, you could do all this work that you're doing right now. We could do all have these conversations. If you are not able to forgive, you will hit the wall again.
Or I'm gonna say this, and I received that. I don't know if I'm sending anybody love vibrations in my bed, but what I will promise you, I will write
That
my
was
list.
fun.
See, this is why I was saying, man.
No, because I was honest. You're like, no, I'm not sending no love vibrations because it ain't feeling like that right now.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write my list.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna forgive.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna forget.
But see, I'm looking in your eyes and I'm not really buying that.
I'm gonna forgive, but I'm not gonna forget. That's halfway, right?
That's halfway.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not trying to troll or nothing, but that's the wackest interview I ever seen. And you got to watch the whole interview. It just goes on in that same keel. That, I mean, he trying to sell. I understand he trying to sell his book. I understand he just dropped his album, but I don't know how you go from being a snowman and a gangster rapper to having an album where you meet tooing a woman, and then his logic about the black women and the sisters. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't marry one, and Nia Long is not the door back into their fold. You know what I mean? I just you got to watch the interview for yourself. Watch the whole interview. Tell me what you think in the comments. To me, this was the wackest interview I ever seen any brother do. You know what I mean? At this time, he said he wasn't going to talk about Jeannie Mai or whatever. You know, and then Nia Long. I mean, to me, the whole interview just came off extra, or they was trying too hard. Tell me what you think in the comments. Sign out Detroit. Keep your head on the swivel. Peace.